Hi everyone, today I wanted to do a video on the 3-3-3 rule, what you should expect when you first get your rabbit in the very first 3 days, 3 weeks, and 3 months. So let's get to the 3-3-3 rule. Expect them to be scared and overwhelmed and to know that, hey, I don't know you, you don't know me. Expect them when they come up to your cage, they might kind of do this and kind of tense and shy away, or just kind of go like this and shy away from you. That's because they don't know you. It's like us going into your neighbor's house and saying, "Give me a big hug," and they're going, "Yeah, what?" So it's kind of the same kind of situation. Like, I don't know you, I don't trust you, why would I give you a hug type of thing? Always remember, each rabbit has a different personality. So you could get a rabbit that right from the get-go, they're like, "Give me a hug," and they're all like, "Yes." And there are some rabbits that are like, "Yeah, no, I'll just stay back here and kind of, I'm not going to test my waters right now." And you might get a rabbit like that. I've had both type of rabbits, and I still have both type of rabbits that I'm constantly working on behavior and kind of seeing if I can get them to do a little bit better. Always, always, always remember, every rabbit's different, and remember their boundaries too. Rabbits have boundaries just like you have boundaries. So they may one day want to be snuggled and be in your face, and the next day they're not going to. Don't give up on them. It doesn't mean that they don't like you. It's that they are learning your routine. They're learning how you do things. They're learning to see and watching you to see if they can trust you. And if you run up to them, "Ah, yes, oh, ooh, ah, ooh," and you're in their face, they're going to say, "I don't think I like you, and I don't think I'm ever going to like you." So remember, don't get in their face unless you are like me. I get in my rabbits' faces because I'm a breeder and I want my rabbits the baby rabbits, to love on you, but I make sure the boundaries of my adult rabbits. And if I get up in their face and they show me, I don't really like that, I back away. So give them the same kind of thing. Give them a little bit of time to adjust to you. Now, what do you expect in the 3 weeks? Now that's different because the first 3 days is fear and overwhelmed, and they're going to explore all their different houses. They're going to explore everything. After the 3 days are over, then you remember that it goes to 3 months. So you give them 3 days, and then the first 3 months, you're going to learn that they're going to start showing their personality, and they're going to start, what? Oh yeah, they're going to start settling in. They're going to start settling into your routine. They're going to start settling into what you are doing. They're going to start settling into, okay, maybe I want to be petted. This is kind of cool. I'll get a little bit closer to you, and I'll get a little bit closer to you. Hey, can I get a treat? Oh, I want a treat. And that's what they're going to do, is they're going to get more closer to you, and the more closer that you're going to get, the bond is going to get stronger. Remember, their true personality is not going to show until they're about 6 months old, when they mature. So you're going to get this teenager personality. You're going to get the, "I don't need you, I just need my treats and my food." And that's what you're going to get to start off with, because they're going through that phase of teenager-ish and stuff like that. When they get to 6 months, that's kind of when they say that a rabbit is mature and is kind of going into the adulthood, is the 6 month stage. And then you'll start to get to know their true personality. But the 3 months kind of area, you'll get to know if they're going to be friendly, if they're going to be mean, if they're going to be all these different things. You're going to see what true personality kind of in their teenager stage they're going to get. You're also going to do the huge thing of bonding. You're going to start bonding with your rabbit. You're going to start spending time with your rabbit. You're going to start seeing they want to be with you. They're going to start seeing that when you have them on the floor right here, they're going to start going like this all around your feet. And then you're gonna start seeing that true bond and the true thing of, I can trust you. I think I can trust you. Now that's super, super important to know that the 3-month stage is super important, because that's when you don't want to be in their face and you kind of want to give them the, okay, what do you want? And then you'll start seeing that true bond develop. Now, what's going to happen after the 3 days? What's going to happen after the 3 weeks? Now let's talk about the 3 months. Time period of the 3 months, you're going to finally see them settling in and liking you and starting to know, hey, I love this person and I want to be around this person and I want to binky around and I want to give them kisses and nudge on them and do this to show I'm putting my scent on you. That's what you're going to find out in the 3 months and then thereafter. So remember, the 3 months area is a huge thing too, because if you're constantly in their face and you're constantly picking up and you're constantly doing this and you're constantly all over them and you're constantly doing all this, some rabbits just don't like that, and they're like, I don't like you anymore and I want nothing to do with you and I'm going to do everything to be naughty. So you want to make sure that you kind of reel in that love and be like, I love you. I'll let you come to me. I'm getting this bond. And if they do come to you, pick them up. Show them that you love them. You know, show them that different things. Don't just kind of shy away. I'm talking about like picking them up and like I do, get in your face. I don't do that to my ones here. I pick them up. I have them right here and I kind of stroke them. Oh, you're so cute. You know, and I kind of show them, hey, I love you. And that's showing a bond. The babies are the ones I get in their face, because that's what I'm teaching these rabbits, to get in your face early. So if you get a rabbit from me, most likely they're going to want to be in your face because I got them to be in their face when they were little. So that's what to expect in the 3 months, is they start to be more trustworthy to you and start loving you and start doing the things like that. Now, what can you do in the first 3 days of this rabbit being in your home? 1, provide a safe space for them. Give them, you know, their little area. If you're going to have them a little run area, if you're going to put them in a cage, where you're going to put them, make sure it's small. You don't want to have this huge space like this and say, run free. And then they're going to go, I don't know where to run free. So you want to have a little small space for them and give them quiet time. You know, kind of get them adjusted to. You don't want to be just in their face right away. Or if you have children, don't let your children play with them for a few days. Let them kind of gradually come to knowing your children and things like that. Make sure that you just gradually, because there are parents that have, bunny parents that have came and got a rabbit for me and gung-ho, you know, on all this in your face with their kids, and then they're like, why don't they like my kids? Probably because they're scared. Okay, playing with something in your cage, because they are probably going, I feel overwhelmed, and you have these kids like in your face, and where's my mama? And they're going to remember, they think that I am their human mama because I've been with them since they're born. So they have to get used to you being there, you being the one. So it's your job to make sure that you take and make sure that this baby rabbit that you're bringing home is secure, in a secure place where they want to know, can I trust you? Going to feel secure in their little area. I do have my rabbits running, but I also give them a secure place when it's not run time and it's bedtime, or it's time to just relax, because we do have relax time, that they're in a secure place. A good thing to do is familiar scents. That's why I give you a little bit of hay. I'm thinking about doing some sort of other little thing like a blanket or something like that. something that smells like this place. So if you have hay, I always give a little bit of hay. I always think, okay, this hay may smell like here. So when they're eating it for the very first couple days, they get that smell. So that's why I give you some hay when you leave usually. What do you want to do in the very first 3 weeks of having your rabbit? First, you want to start spending time with your rabbit. You want to start playing with them. You want to start engaging. Hi, Mama, can I have my baby? So what do you want to do in the first 3 weeks of having your baby? Exactly what I'm doing with my baby. So cute. What we're doing is we're starting to spend time with it. We're starting to spend time and showing her that we love her and that we want to be with her and that she's a part of our family. You want to give them treats to help them know that they are safe and like they can build a trust. So when you do give a rabbit a treat, they're starting to build that trust like, oh, I can trust you. I can fully 100% trust you, because rabbits, if you don't know, when you're giving them a treat, that's like another part of them. So rabbits look at you like you're them. They don't look at you like a human. They look at you like their mama or another rabbit. So they're not looking at you like a human. So they're like, oh, so you're going to share with me and I'm going to share my food with you. I can start trusting you. See, they don't look at me like, I'm just a little girl looking at a human. No, they'll say, I'm a bunny too. Yeah, I'm a bunny too. Yeah. And you want to follow, and then another thing you want to do is follow their lead. If they don't want to be held, don't hold them. If they want to be held, like this girl here, and she wants to be held, and she doesn't show fear and she doesn't show anything and she's just relaxed, let her relax on you. Let them show the lead of what they want to do. If they want to run around and binky around and they don't want to be a part of anything that you're doing, leave them alone. You know, we got to let them do what they want to do. So let them lead 3 months and after. You can always remember that 3 months is when they started knowing that they can trust you. So that bond is growing more and more and more, and you're going to have an amazing relationship with your rabbit. Remember this. If I can tell you one thing, is remember the bond to your rabbit is as strong as you want it. Not as strong as they want it. It's as strong as you want it. So if you're spending time with your rabbit and you're showing it that you love it, and you're constantly always showing consistency and spending time with it, you're going to know that your bond is going to get stronger and stronger and stronger. So it is how you want it. Just remember that. The second thing, the more time that you spend with it, the stronger your bond will be, because they look at it as, I am starting to know what type of person you are. I can trust you. I'm starting to love you. I'm starting to do all these different things, but it starts with you. If you get a rabbit and you stick it in a cage and you let it do whatever and you never play with it, and it's in a cage like this, or it's in a cage anywhere, and you don't play with it or don't hold it or don't show it the consistency that it wants, your rabbit won't love you as much as you love it, and the bond to your rabbit isn't going to be that strong. So remember that. I always, always, always have my rabbits running during the day usually. They have their time. I play with them. I groom them. I do stuff with them. I'm always with them all the time. So their bond, each rabbit has a different bond to me than others. I have some that are like, that's just not my thing, and I would rather run with you not being around. Let them do that. If they want to be around me, they'll show that they want to be around me. I let them come to me instead of me going to them, unless I have to take them out or anything else. I try to give them their space. So here are some tips that might help you, because they kind of helped me when I first started out. Tip number 1, remember, every rabbit has a different personality. So Ella here, she has a personality. She's in your face. She wants to be with you. She wants to love you and kiss you and things like that. And she just wants to bink you around. But then Ava, she doesn't want to be around anyone. She wants to be nowhere near anyone. So if you come in the room, she scurries away all the way to the other side of the room. So it's all depending on that type of thing. Same thing with Faith. Faith, when I first got her, she wanted nothing to do with me. Now I've had her for 6, 7, 8 months, somewhere like that. I can't remember. Now she's coming up to me. She wants to be around me. She says, hey, look at me, Mama. I got babies. Come over here and look at these babies. She's finally letting me do that. So that's kind of really exciting. Tip number 2, consistency. Consistent is what rabbits like. If you are not consistent in their routine, if you are not consistent in paying attention to them, if you are not consistent in loving them, and one day you're like, I'm just going to stick you out in the cage and I don't care about you because now you're 3 years old and you're getting old and I want nothing to do with you, they are going to not like that, and they are going to start showing a different personality towards you, and you're not going to have that bond with them as much as they or you once did. Having quiet time, having play time, having feeding time, having all of this routine. Rabbits are routine. They like routine. They like to know when you go to bed. They like to know when they're going to get fed. They like all this different stuff. Routine. That's what they thrive on, is what I have noticed having rabbits for years and years. And having a routine and all that stuff, it helps a rabbit feel secure. I don't know if you know that, but it helps a rabbit feel secure in knowing I have these routines and I have all this stuff that's going on, but I'm secure with it because I know what's going to happen. Rabbits don't like to know the unexpected, to know what's going to happen. They want to know, today I come in, I feed them, I do this, I do that. When they see me, they're like, food, or or I'm going to go play, or, they know kind of what's going to go on. You don't have to be like, at 9 o'clock, I feed them. At blah, 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 I feed them. But kind of know, they're going to know when you get up to go to work. They're going to know when you leave to go to work. They're going to know the sun rises, and they're going to know when the sun sets. And they're going to know what's going to happen in between, because they're watching you. They're watching you, at 6 o'clock, you do dinner. After dinner, I get fed. They have something to look forward to. People contact me and say this very thing. What happened? My rabbit is sick. It's thrown itself on the floor, or it's doing this, or it's doing that, or it ate this, or it chewed that, and now it's sick, and now I have to bring it to the vet. So always remember, make sure you bunny-proof your home. That's one thing that everyone tends to forget. Remember, they chew on cords. Remember, they chew on stuff. Remember, they chew on your earrings, your this, your that. They chew on your stuff. So bunny-proof your home and keep the stuff that you don't want them to chew on or pee on away. Or give them a room all by themselves. What you feed them, what kind of veggies you feed them, if any, what kind of food you feed them, what kind of hay you feed them. If you got hay that's moldy from a farmer, you're going to have a sick rabbit. If you're going to have a hay that they don't like, that they're not eating, and you're like, well, you eat it, you're going to have a sick rabbit, because rabbits need to have hay. So remember, always remember, give them all the hay they want. Don't say you get just this much today. Give them whatever they want of hay. So remember that. And then another thing, clean water. A lot of people, I've went to a lot of people's places and they say, well, I give them water every week. Is that okay? No, they should be getting clean water every day. Even if you have to dump it out and put new stuff in, they get sick off of dirty water. Say they pee in it and you don't know they pee in it and they drink it, they're going to get parasites. So make sure, or if they poop, sometimes they poop in it and it dissolves, they're going to get parasites because they just drank and ate their own pee and their own poop. So make sure you give them clean water all the time, even if they're drinking out of a little bowl or a water bottle. You always want to clean the water bottle because their tongue is always on it and it gets dirty. So always remember to clean your items and the cage itself that they're in. Clean, clean, clean. Keep it tidy. And the very last tip that I want to give you, because I made this crazy mistake, is find a veterinarian that does rabbits. A lot of veterinarians you find out there do not do rabbits. So then when they're sick or they're on something that needs to be like right now, you're not scrambling to find all of the stuff for a sick rabbit when you can just call the veterinarian and say, hey, my rabbit is blah, 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 blah. Can I get in? Instead of looking through all the yellow pages and all that and finding all this stuff, look for a veterinarian and have it on your refrigerator or on somewhere where you know exactly who to call when your rabbit is not feeling well. That is a huge thing that I get called to. Do you know a veterinarian? Well, every veterinarian is different and there's veterinarians all over, but only a few do rabbits. So it's very hard to find that. So that's the very first thing that you want to do, because remember, your rabbit depends on you. That's exactly what it is. They can't depend on themselves because they just can't. They depend on you. So if they don't feel good, they want you to help them. If they want love, they want you to do it. If they want anything, food, water, treats, anything, you have to do it. If you don't do it, you're going to have some issues with your rabbit and you're going to have some sick rabbit, or even the opposite of being sick. You know, I don't know. But the thing is I've watched many people, and even my daughter had to go through this when she was younger, of feed the rabbit, give the rabbit water, do this, do that. And she found out the hard way that not doing it turns out to be very sad in the end. So make sure your rabbit depends on you, and make sure that you do everything you can do for your rabbit because you love it. I hope this video helps you. I hope that something in here will help you figure out what to do in the very first 3 days, what to do in the 3 weeks, and what to do for the 3 months and on. If you have any questions at all, feel free to put them in the comment section below. Please, please subscribe, hit that bell so you know exactly when I do go either live or make a video. And again, you are blessed, you are highly favored, and you are loved. And I'll see you in the next video. See you later, everyone.